and family, but of allies, and yes, enemies to some but not to all. The party, hearts heavy with what lay ahead, prepared to journey to the unpredictable homeland of Varys, the Feywild, a place of wonder, beauty, and ever-changing danger. Before they left, they sought a moment of peace. Traveling south to the Shademount Cathedral Empire, a towering kingdom of man shrouded in shadow, ever threatened by the demonic war raging in the southern deserts of Cumoy. Here stood a school of arcane brilliance, and into its halls they brought Helena, a mysterious, emotionless girl they found wrapped in darkness. This gift of opportunity was their hope for her salvation. With hearts steadied, they returned to their new home, a once military outpost, now their stronghold, and began their journey into the Feywild.
The Feywild was like a dream with teeth. Magic, mood, and madness reigned supreme. And the one unbreakable rule: never speak your true name. Varys's return home was anything but welcoming. Her outpost and home at the Feywild's edge had fallen to darkness. Her companion and party member Maxwell was taken by darkness and shadow. And before they could catch their breath, they were captured, bound and gagged by the Eladrin of the Four Seasons. The charge: abandoning her post. But corruption had seeped deep into the Feywild. Their captors were attacked, forcing the party to flee across wild, untamed magic. They stumbled into a Pixies party, entrancing, dangerous, and all-consuming, only to be rescued by a mysterious woman named Cleora, who guided them to the Autumn settlement. But not before Aspen had fallen susceptible to charm and gave his true name. A reunion followed, brief, bittersweet. Varys's father welcomed her with joy, but the happiness was short-lived. Assassins struck, driving poison into his veins and framing the party for the crime.
Dragged to prison, they faced a choice: escape and be forever hunted, or trust in Lily, Maxwell's familiar, to bring justice. They waited. Lily returned, briefcase in hand, heart full of fire, and won them 1 month to clear their names. The court agreed. And so, the party traveled north, deep into the icy realms of the Winter Court. There, they uncovered the truth: a hag had taken the queen's place, poisoning the realm from within. The impostor was slain, the true queen awakened, grateful, and granted them safe passage, and her seal to prove their innocence. Even Day, Varys's estranged brother and once accuser, began to see her again. He requested their aid in the Weeping Forest, where an antidote to their father's poison might grow. But that forest was home to a sorrowful, ancient archfey. They agreed, nearly dying for it. Airmed, the party's cleric, struck a desperate deal. In exchange for their lives, they would never speak of what transpired there again, but the cost was dear. In the first strike of battle, Lily was destroyed.
Shattered, but victorious, they returned with the cure. Varys's father was saved. And for the first time, the Feywild considered joining the material plane's war against the demons. Their return home brought a message. William, once apprentice to the Great Summer Star, had been trapped in a place called Extinction for 3 years, reaching out with magic that no one answered, until now. The party set out for Olnevia, elven lands in the north. There, a madman whispered of an undead city beneath the world. Ignoring the warnings, they found it. Extinction was unlike anything they had seen, a city of the undead living ordinary lives as their flesh rotted from their bones. The living, called smoothskins, were rare and watched. At Denner's Den, a strange tavern in the city, they met Terry Denner, a vampire with charm and mystery, and Lorena, a regal vampire woman escorted by Aspen's past. A vampire who had once nearly turned Aspen's brother. Emotions boiled. But they held back, for Terry's sake. Searching for William, they climbed into a hidden alcove above the city, where a strange mist descended like the first snow of winter. There, their appearances changed, visions of their potential selves, crowned, cursed, radiant, or burned. They found him. William, tired, broken, withered in soul, sat at a table beside a golden casket, surrounded by potions, breathing white mist into the streets below. And then, the Lich appeared. Amaravix, the humanity devourer. He told them that extinction.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to 20 Signs of Failure. Oh, we already see some new names in chat. Was going to say faces, but I'm like, that's not correct. In fact, like, wait. Anywho, welcome to 20 Signs of Failure. Today's going to be a fun session. Hopefully it is. It always is. It's us having a good freaking time. But before we do that, we need to meet our lovely players. So we're going to go ahead and get started off with our Eladrin Ranger.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, depending on those time zones. My name is Eggs Benny, and today I will be playing our ranger, Varys Basafel. My quotation today is from Confucius. Life is really simple, but we insist on making it complicated.
I like it. Next up, we have our human cleric.
Hey everyone, I'm English Ray, and I played a human cleric, Ahmed Serona. My quote was actually sent to me by Ness, thank you, and it's by someone called Cowpoke Pros. When the world beats on you like a hammer on a thumb, I'll be there to care. When voices grind in your ears like a rusty wheel and the gentlest touch is too much to bear, I will be there to care. With a cool cloth for your face and a steady breath you can follow, I'll bring good intentions and a listening ear. I'll bring a heart full of love and hands that can help. When it all falls apart and the pieces blow away, I'll be there. To care, to help, to sit in silence, to wait with you, until there are pieces to put back together again.
I'm going to digest that one. Next up, let's have our Elven Ranger.
Hello. My name is Naren, and I will be doing Fiora with no last name currently. My quote today comes from the book Immortal by Sulin Tan. Knowledge is one of the greatest weapons. Arm yourself well, for there are times words can reach where a sword cannot.
Nice. Let's hop over to our Elven Sorceress.
Hello everyone, I'm Mythix, and I am the voice of Arabella Avalon, who is the draconic princess sorceress of the group. And my quote is from Sable Sorensen from Direbound, and it is, "I almost forgot how devastating grief is, how it leaves you husked and raw, but never numb. The pain is like a gaping wound, one no dressing can cover, no shield can truly protect. The agony of it might lessen, but it never truly leaves."
Very nice. Let's hop over to... There's two left. We're gonna do our Tiefling Fighter.
Hello everybody, it is your friendly neighborhood Ness here, and I play our Tiefling Barbar Fighter, Aspen Lacuna. My quote for today comes from the Milky White Way on Tumblr. "They call me observant. That's not particularly true. People are so easy to read. We bleed emotions even in the way we drink our coffee. No one seems to notice, though. They are all too busy drinking their own damn coffee."
That's fair. That's accurate. And then last but not least, we have our human Warlock.
Hello, I am Dusky Bee, and I'm playing the one, the only Maxwell Belmont. My quote comes from Robin Williams. "I used to think that the worst thing in life was to end up alone. It's not. The worst thing in life is to end up with people who make you feel alone."
Another one I'm going to have to digest. All right. Hello, everybody. I am your Dungeon Master for today's session. I am Mr. Sorrow. I don't think this quote actually came from him. I think he stole it from somebody else, but this is from an actor named Timothy, and I'm not going to pronounce the last name because I'm not going to butcher it. Like, it's like Charlemagne or something like that. I don't know. That's what I just call him Tim. But you could be the master of your fate or the captain of your soul, but you have to realize that life is coming from you, not at you, and that takes time. And with that, if you guys haven't already, please check out our YouTube channel to figure out what happened last session. Our party is still on the Quiet Recompense, heading north to the city of Olnevia to, at the moment, rushing there to save one of their old party members, Anwen, who was unfortunately struck down, captured, but through divine intervention, given a second chance, but is apparently running and hiding from their captors. Our cleric found a spell that could possibly expedite their trip to use plane shift. Unfortunately, they do not have an item attuned to other... Give me a second. I have to deal with stupidness.
Planes of existence?
Yeah, no, it's something else going on. It's... Man, there we go. To a different plane of existence, but they needed to find an item to attune to go there. Erwin prayed to the Enket for a possible opportunity to go to his domain. Unfortunately, the prayer was heard, but it is not met. But there is one who still has yet to make the prayer. But before he makes that prayer, there is something I have been neglecting for probably over a year now, and that is some items that the party has found back in Amaravix's lair, the lich of the World Devourer. They've had 4 of those potions identified, and the other 4 have yet to be identified. So, Ness, because they are yours, I'm gonna ask you this: do you want the top 4 or the bottom 4 to be known to you?
That is a difficult question.
Mm-hmm.
Let's
I thought we were
go...
getting all 6 revealed.
Nope.
Let's go with, I guess, just the top 4. Make it easy for you.
Is that if I'm correct, you only have 4 identified, the other 4 are not, correct?
That is correct.
Okay, making sure. Alrighty then. The first one is called Bloodfire Tunic. And yes, this is going to go into your inventory, so nobody has to feel like they have to write anything down, so it will be written.
Oh. Okay, cool. Then let me get rid of these, because
Well, keep 4.
Some consumables.
Yeah, keep 4. I do have them already ready to go for you. I try to make life easy for you.
Okay.
But Bloodfire Tunic, it is a rare potion, a deep crimson tonic that smokes faintly from the neck of the bottle and feels warm even through the glass. The effects: as a bonus action, you drink this tonic for 1 minute. Your attacks deal an extra 2d6 fire damage and gain resistance to cold damage. I will say, because you had it identified, it will also, there is a drawback. At the start of each of your turns, while the effect lasts, you take 1d6 fire damage.
Oofy. Well, good thing at least I'm resistant to fire damage, so...
So you should have the one there already. The next one. Dreamwake Tincture. Dreamwake Tincture is very rare. A pale blue tincture filled with drifting motes of light. Looking at it too long makes the world feel one breath slower. The effects: as a bonus action, you drink this tunic. It's basically like a small little, it's a potion. But for 1 minute, you gain the benefits of the haste spell. You also, with the drawback of being happens with the haste spell, you are stunned for 1 round when it ends.
Hell yeah.
Potion of Advantage. When you drink this potion, you gain advantage on 1 ability check, attack roll, or saving throw of your choice that you make within the next hour. This potion is the form of sparkling golden mist that moves and pours like water. This one, yes, use the import. There we go. Hopefully that worked. And then the 4th. Potion of Invisibility. This potion contains and looks empty, but feels as though it holds liquid. When you drink it, you become invisible for 1 hour. Anything you wear or carry is also invisible with you. This effect ends early if you attack or cast a spell or use an action of some sort like that.
Ah, damn.
You were in a lich's lair.
I'm so glad I decided to steal those.
Mm-hmm. You guys did leave other things behind, but you did get some good stuff. You guys are higher level now, too. But,
Yay.
With that, without further to do, We are going to get into.
Are we doing the Snake Lady sword later, or?
Yeah, because I forgot that one.
Oh no! I'm sorry.
I have that. I have that. And let me make a quick search. Ooh, is this it? I thought I had made that. Did I not make that yet? Hang on one second. This is it. No. I will get that one to you next session.
I will bother you about it next session.
Do it. Please. Apologies on that one. Yep, I can't find it. If I stumble upon it while we're working, I will go back to it. Is there anything else I forgot, anybody? No, okay.
Yeah, not for me. You're good for me.
Alrighty. So,
there's one thing in my inventory that I've forgotten.
What?
I have a puzzle box from Billy.
Yeah, you've never touched it.
I've tried opening it once, I failed, never
That was
tried
it.
again.
Yeah, you just kind of left it. So, that is a thing you can do in the future. You can do that before your prayer. I don't know.
Nah.
But
prayer's more important.
Prayer's more important? Okay. Maxwell, where did you go to say your prayer?
It was that room that Varys was bound up in during their transformation.
Okay. And what do you say?
There was the quick prayer of, I'm sorry. We need this so I can come and help you. And then I use the prayer beads, trying to call down Angelica.
Okay. The words leave your lips. A prayer, a request, a reaching hand into the unknown. You close your eyes and you're focusing. Focus on the presence that you've always somewhat felt. The unseen force that grants you power. The voice that never fully explained itself. The mystery that has lingered at the edge of most of your questions that you've had. You wait. And there's silence. Then the silence breaks. A hand closes around your arm. Hard and violent, and the world around you vanishes. The deck beneath your feet disappears. The sound of the ocean dies. The air itself is torn away, and suddenly you are somewhere else. Your boots skid across pale stone. An endless expanse stretches out in every direction. A realm of white sky and fractured marble floating in a sea of distant stars. Great ruined arches drift overhead, suspended impossibly within the void. Golden light pours through cracks in reality itself. And standing before you is a tall, nearly 8 foot tall woman. Her wings are vast, their feathers touched by age and war. Scars marked exposed skin where armor has failed her in battles long forgotten. Golden hair spills across battered plate armor stained by countless wars. She is beautiful, terrifyingly so. And she is furious. Her eyes lock onto yours, not with disappointment, not even with anger, but with contempt. You. The words land like a blade. Again. She takes a step forward. The marble fractures beneath her heel. For several moments, she simply stares, as though trying to understand how you could possibly be standing before her. You have quite the audacity. Another step. To pray. Another step. To ask. The air grows heavy with every word. You stand here draped in gifts you never earned. Her voice rises. Power placed into your hands by someone who saw greatness in you. And what have you done with it? The question hangs in the air. You hesitate when conviction is required. You doubt when others need certainty. You second guess when lives hang in the balance. Her eyes narrow. And every time you fail, someone else pays the cost. And in the echo of this vast, weird expanse, a tiny voice echoes, Maxwell. And you do recognize it from a voice that you're all too familiar with that used to be on your shoulder. Golden cracks spread across the marble beneath her feet. You call yourself burdened. You call yourself cursed. You speak as though fate has been cruel to you. But do you know what I see? She points directly at your chest. I see a man, no, a boy, who has been given chance after chance after chance. Her wings spread wide. I see someone protected from consequences that should have buried him long ago. The light around her begins to darken, and the stars above begin to dim. And still you come asking for more. And her expression twists, not with rage, but with disgust. As though you are owed something. As though sacrifice was made so you could spend your days drowning in self-doubt. The words hit harder than any weapon, because somewhere beneath the fury lies sincerity. She means every word. You think she chose you because you're special? The question cuts like a knife. No. She chose you because she believed you could become special. And every day since, you've tested whether she was wrong. Silence that follows is crushing. Then her eyes burn like molten gold. If I had been your patron, the realm around you shudders. The air itself strains beneath her presence. I would have abandoned you long ago. She takes another step. You should spend every waking moment thanking her for her patience. Another step. Because no one else would have given you this many. Power gathers around her hand. Violent, divine, merciless. And if I were the one who made that choice, her wings unfurl to their full span now. The heavens darken. I would not waste another. The light around her twists into something deadly, something final, and her hand raises. And I intend to correct her mistake. as her hand rises, power growing immensely. Sorry. A blur of motion interrupts everything. Something appears so quickly that reality itself seems unable to follow. One moment she is absent, the next she is there. A hand closes around the angel's throat. The impact echoes like thunder. The furious angel is lifted effortlessly from the ground. Shock floods her face. Her feet kick helplessly above the marble. The second one says nothing. She is the same height, the same divine stature, but unlike the first, her face remains hidden behind a polished helm. Silver armor covers her form. Crimson wings stretch behind her. The grip tightens. The first angel claws desperately at the hand around her throat. Her wings begin to wilt. Golden feathers blacken and fall away. She tries to speak, but nothing comes out. Only choking. Then blood appears. At first it's only a drop. Then another. And then a stream. Dark red spills from beneath the helmet and her armor of the one grasping her throat. It runs down her armor, across her chest, between plates, dripping onto the marble below. The first angel struggles, slows. Confusion replaces fury, disbelief, fear. The blood continues pouring, far too much blood. Enough to stain the white stone crimson. Enough to suggest wounds no living thing should survive. The angel, the one so furious once before, manages to slip out a whisper. One broken word. Why? The bleeding armor remains silent for a moment. Then her voice emerges. Soft, weak, yet somehow carrying across an entire realm. Because another stream of blood pours from beneath the helmet. He's my hero. The words hang in the air. The blonde angel freezes, her eyes widen. For the first time, her anger disappears entirely, replaced by something else, something almost like heartbreak. The hand around her throat releases, and she stumbles backwards, unable to look away, unable to understand, unable to accept what she has witnessed. Her wings spread, frustration twists across her face, disbelief, confusion, pain. And without another word, she launches into the sky and vanishes into the endless night. The armor remaining in front of you collapses. Her knees strike the marble, then her hands. Blood pools beneath her. Her wings tremble. Yet somehow she still lifts her head towards you. Her face remains hidden behind the helmet. You cannot see her eyes, but you can feel them, watching you, waiting.
Maxwell is going to run up to this person, and I am burning a spell slot, casting Cure Wounds on them.
Okay. When you attempt to move, your feet weigh down as if gravity here is 10 times heavier. You try to force your body to reach her, and you look down and you see this light cracking beneath your feet, almost wrapping around them, holding you in place. You hear a soft...
Maxwell is going to... Can you try to break out of this? Can he try to force himself out of this?
Unfortunately, in this realm, you don't possess the power to do so. You try, you attempt, you use your entire Your heart, everything you can to muster to try to move, and you are just held still. Despite your struggle, you hear a soft voice, warm, almost interrupting what you're doing as you pause to listen to every word, afraid you're going to miss one. You can't be here. Not yet. You can feel the warmth as if she's smiling behind her helmet as more blood spills onto the stone. Not because you're unworthy. The helmet lowers briefly, gathering strength. I've dreamed of your visit. As you see blood spill out more. I want to explain. I want to tell you everything. She looks around the fractured realm, the ruined arches above, the broken sky, the endless cracks spreading through reality. But time is fragile. Her voice grows quieter. And this place is not safe for you. And this, she reaches out now, her hand trembling. Trust in yourself. As impossible as it may seem, know that you are stronger than anyone can see. I know she was right. And the words come with certainty, absolute certainty. I know she does not regret her decision. She lifts her head back to you, and neither do I. The crimson feathers of her wings stir softly. This path is yours if you choose it. I will not force your will. I will not dictate your future. A faint chuckle escapes her. It's weak but genuine. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't hopeful. The helmet tilts slightly. Your face here has already brought so much warmth to my heart. Her hands reach out to you. It's inviting. As she reaches out to you, you can feel this realm almost connecting you to her. Like the distance is closing even though you're incapable of moving. Do you reach out to her?
Yes.
Okay. One moment. As you reach forward, a presence appears behind you. Not a sound, not a movement. A presence of something ancient, dark, watching. The sensation crawls across your spine like ice beneath your skin. And she sees it immediately. Everything changes. The warmth vanishes. The softness leaves her voice. Her body goes rigid. The blood-red wings fold tightly against her back. The trembling in her arms stop. Even the pain that had been evident moments ago seemed to disappear beneath something else. Something far worse. The marble beneath her cracks. A single fracture, then another, then dozens more. Spreading outward in every direction, the realm trembles. The distant arches hanging within the void begin to groan. Golden light flickers, the stars overhead dim, not because of darkness is spreading, because something brighter and far more terrible is awakening. A low growl escapes her throat, deep, primal, and ancient. The sound doesn't echo, it reverberates through your chest, through the stone, through the realm itself. Not fear, not concern, but hatred, pure hatred. She plants one hand against the marble and attempts to stand. Her muscles tense, her wings spread slightly. For a moment, it looks as though she might rise. And then her arms buckle. She collapses back down to one knee. More blood spills from beneath her armor, and the wounds refuse to release her. For a brief moment, frustration flashes through her. Not because of what stands behind you, but because she cannot reach it. She can't get to it, and the realization is somehow worse. Because despite being unable to stand, despite bleeding enough to drown a mortal 100 times over, the realm continues breaking around her. The cracks widen, the sky darkens, entire sections of the distant marble landscape begin collapsing into the void. The stars themselves seem to recoil. Not from the presence from behind you, from her. The air becomes heavy, difficult to breathe. Reality strains beneath the weight of her fury. And for the first time since arriving here, you understand something. The first angel was dangerous. This one is not. This one is restrained, wounded, broken, and somehow still more terrifying. Her gauntleted hand digs into the marble enough to pulverize the stone, and the growl deepens. The blood-red feathers of her wings begin shredding one by one. Each feather burns away in crimson embers before touching the ground, and her gaze remains locked on whatever stands behind you. A blinking, unwavering, murderous. When she finally speaks, the word erupts from her like a curse hurled across creation itself, filled with rage, filled with recognition, filled with centuries of hatred, and the promise that if she were whole, the entire world might burn for it. You. And you feel that dark presence behind you, cold, yet strangely inviting. Like stepping toward the edge of a cliff and feeling the urge to jump. The sensation spreads through your chest, your thoughts, your very soul. Every instinct screams that something's wrong, yet another part of you wants to turn around. Wants to look, wants to listen, and slowly you do. And behind you, reality tears open, not violently, but effortlessly. A wound forms itself in the air, spiraling shadows and deep violet light across the fractured marble. Black tendrils drift lazily from its edges like smoke beneath water. And beside it stands a figure. The creature is unmistakably humanoid, but only in the loosest possible sense. Tall and unnaturally lean, it stands a full head taller than most men. Its violet gray skin stretches tightly across wiry muscle, every movement carrying a fluid grace that feels fundamentally wrong. Nothing about it appears forced, nothing appears tense. It moves like a predator that has never known fear. Its face sharp, cruel, beautiful in a way a blade can be beautiful. Two black horns sweep upward from its brow like jagged crowns. Pale eyes burn within dark sockets, lacking pupils entirely, and they do not blink. They do not wander. When those eyes settle upon you, it feels like being observed and more like being weighed. Judged, measured, and found wanting. Dark scars crisscross its body. Hundreds of them, some ancient, fresh, and none hidden. The creature wears them openly, proudly, as if every wound was a trophy. Around its neck hangs a heavy chain of blackened metal. Suspended from it is a withered skull bound in tarnished silver and iron. Smaller trophies hang from its belt and armor, gently swaying despite complete absence of wind. Then it smiles, and suddenly, you recognize him. Glance. And the smile widens. Maxwell. His voice is smooth, warm, friendly, which somehow makes it worse. His gaze drifts past you and towards the wounded armor, and a look of mild amusement crosses his face. He sighs. "Oh, come on now. Don't hurt yourself." The armor growls deepens. The marble beneath her hand explodes into dust, and Gratz barely acknowledges it. "It would be an absolute pity if I killed you here." The words are spoken with the same tone someone might use discussing the weather. No threat, no anger, only matter of fact. His attention returns to you. No, a small chuckle kind of escapes him. "I'm not here for her." Proudly gestures to you. "I'm here for him." The portal behind him expands slightly. For a moment, you glimpse impossible things beyond it. Towering black spires, endless fires, cities built upon cliffs overlooking crimson oceans. Music, laughter, celebration, 1,000 lights stretching toward a distant horizon. A kingdom. His kingdom. And Gratz extends a hand. And something appears into it. A small object. Dark metal, worked with infernal precision. A key to a doorway. And he speaks. "Looking for a plane shift destination. I can solve that." He holds the object out to you. "You and your fans would be welcomed in my home." The portal pulses behind him. Warm light spills through. Music follows, tempting, inviting. Food, drink, pleasures beyond mortal imagination. Comfort, luxury. The smile never leaves his face. Freedom. And his eyes narrow slightly. "And unlike certain people," and his gaze briefly shifts up towards the armor, "I won't spend the entire visit insulting you." The armor's wings flare. The realm trembles violently, and Gratz just ignores her. "She'll be fine." A dismissive wave of his hand. "She's survived like this for longer than either of us care to remember." And his voice lowers. Becomes softer, more personable. "Besides," glances up at the armor, "she even admitted you're not welcome here." The words hang in the air. Chosen. His hand remains extended, patient, certain. "The choice is yours, Maxwell Belmont." And for the first time, the warmth leaves his smile. Not entirely, just enough to reveal the thing hiding beneath it. The predator, the prince. But know this. The shadows around the portal begin to stir. "I do not enjoy being disrespected." The pale eyes look and lock onto yours, unblinking, ancient, dangerous. "And I have already overlooked that offense once." The object remains in his hand. The invitation remains open, and the choice reminds you. Behind you, the wounded armor, gauntlet in hand, tightens against the shattered marble. And the first time since Gratz arrived, you realize she isn't afraid. Not for herself, but for you. Maxwell Belmont, tell me, what would you like to do?
Die. I would like to die right here, right now. He will give a curtsy to Gratz. I don't like to be disrespectful, but I have to refuse this offer. I don't care if the people with her insult me. I don't care if they want to kill me. I don't care if I'm not welcomed here. But she is my friend. She is suffering. She needs help. And I'm going to help her.
I can't say I'm surprised. Disappointed. Not surprised. Even that
Glad I could be
means-
predictable.
So you're willing to let your friend perish because you don't get there soon enough?
We will get there.
Not if I get there first. And then you'll be forced to visit me in my home, but I don't know if I'll be as welcoming. I wonder. Those laughter and music changes to then you hear screams. Agony. He thinks, you feel like he's gonna say something, but then he just looks at you. And there is a mutual acknowledgement of, next time you see me, it will not be so friendly.
If a firm nod, knowing in the back of his head, fuck.
There's just that acknowledgement of like, okay, like this was your last disobedience. And with that, he unleans off. He kind of stands up straight. And it's just disconcerting. You see him, he's not contemplating, he's choosing. Closes his hand and crushes whatever item was in it. Turns and walks through the portal as the black tendrils begin to wrap around and close itself. Nope, that was not what I wanted.
First Angel's coming back to kick my ass.
Yeah. With that, that's also not what I wanted. Hang on 1 second. This is what I wanted. With that, the portal closes. What do? You still feel that heavy weight around your feet.
He'll turn back to the armor, and he can't move closer, so he's just gonna crouch down to the floor. I need something tuned to your plane of existence. I want to help. I know it's going to be risky. I know I've seen. It's not going to stop me. fix this.
I know you will. I cannot bring you here, though. I cannot give you an item that you seek. It is not my place. It is far too dangerous to bring you and anyone else here, even with your good intentions. You must go now, before you cannot leave.
I ask one other thing then.
She waits.
Where is here? What is this place? Where is it called?
Roll me a persuasion check. And I warn you now, it's going to be a high DC. High. $28.
28?
28. Give me 1 second to check my notes. The Astral Sea. And with that, you feel that power beneath your feet yank you through the realm itself, through the white pale stone. You feel yourself crashing, you feel yourself falling, and you try to catch yourself, and you feel your stomach uprising. And then the world immediately dissolves, and salt fills your air. Salt fills your lungs, and you feel the rocking of the ship beneath your hands and feet.
Maxwell is going to put the prayer beads back into the bag of holding, and then proceed to throw the bag of holding as hard as he can against the wall.
Varys, since you're sitting outside the door, you'll hear a loud crash against the wall.
I think Max is in too much of a state to really notice, but I know that there's a little window in the door, so you would just see her face, like, go up over the ledge to be like, what's going on? She doesn't say anything, but it's like,
Maxwell's just standing there, his hands, like, back into his hair, as he's holding his head back arched a little bit as he's looking up and just breathing heavy.
Yeah, Varys would turn to Aspen and Ahmed, who are also hovering around the door, and just goes, he's fine. I don't think he got the answer he was looking for. And just kind of does a thing of like, we don't need to crowd this door.
Aspen kind of gives Varys a affirmative nod, but she can see that he's worried. It's very obvious with him how his shoulders sit and how he kind of bites the inside of his cheek. But he kind of takes a breath and just under his breath a little bit, I know you'll take care of him, but just give him a hug for me, please?
Well, I'm leaving as well. He'll come find us when he's ready. I think he needs some processing time.
Aspen's ears kind of flatten at that, and his eyes kind of dart down to the floorboards for maybe half a second before he looks back up and just gives her a solid nod.
I think Varas will give Ahmed and Aspen like a squeeze of the elbow, just the thing of like that mix of reassuring that it's going to be okay, but also reassuring the thing of like, I'm also worried, but there's nothing we can do.
I think Ahmed's face probably mirrors what Maxwell's face was in the room of just holding out for that hope, but that disappointment that there is nothing that they can do. So she takes a deep breath. Well, nothing ventured, nothing gained. We have our answers, and we're still gonna get there. We're just gonna be a little slower.
Arabella nods and looks at Airmed.
Is Arabella there?
I
can
figured
be
we
if
were
you
all
want to be.
together, honestly. Were we not there?
Eh?
I figured like all of us were kind of like together when you guys broke off.
I mean, I don't see why not. We would still
I
be
mean, I
in the
can-
general vicinity of each other because we need to talk. So I don't see why not.
I only asked because Barris only like referenced Ahmed and Aspen. That's why.
Because that was the only people I saw on the sidelines chat.
Right. Okay.
I'm not worried about it. Continue.
Well, anyway, she's gonna look at Airmed and go, when it comes to asking the help of the divine God that you pray and ask for, are they... I'm trying to think how to say this. Are
Ahmed does
they...
not interrupt you. She's just looking as if waiting for you to finish the question.
Are they not... I can't say figure this out. Come on, brain. Stop braining. Are they not, like... They're not biased to you, but they have their own will and way of doing things? Is that
The
why
thing-
you weren't granted help this time?
All magic has its limits, and I've been asking a lot of Deanne Cat. And gods like us, they have their own whims and decisions and feelings and thoughts. They are not an endless font of yes, of course. Sometimes all they can do is put a hand on your shoulder. And Ahmed literally does that. And let you know that they're there. And she squeezes Arabella's shoulder, like, reassuringly.
She'll repeat the gesture to her as well.
There's still people. Just with a lot more power and expectations on them.
I forget how different your magic is compared to mine.
Well, not all of us can be born with it.
That is true. And she's just gonna give Airmed a hug, which is rare, but she does.
Yeah. Yeah, Ahmed stiffens a little. but will then kind of relax into it and just kind of give you a quick squeeze back before kind of shuffling out. Like, it's a little uncomfortable. We're not huggers.
She looked at Aramet and goes, I was in the moment. Deal with it.
Okay. I guess I'm gonna fucking have to.
Trying to like lighten the mood a tiny bit.
I think as the conversation's gone on, Varys has been playing with a silver chain that she's got around her neck. Like, you can't actually see if there's a pendant attached to it, but she's just playing with this chain. And there's, like, the cogs are turning. She's not even hiding the fact that, like, she's really deep in thought. There's just a little bit of a nod to herself more than anything before she breaks away from the group.
Just a very quiet call out after her. Just, Varys?
I have an idea, but I need to gather. And, like, you can see, like, she's still talking while deep in thought. So it's the thing of, like, I need to gather, I need to go get stuff, I need to do... And, like, she's just walking away almost in, like, this trance, like, okay, I need to go grab things.
Just ask us if you need help. We may have whatever it is that you need.
As she's walking away, she, like, it's not meant to be dismissive, but it's a thumbs up of, like, I've heard you, registered and received. And she heads into the crew section of the ship. So she's going into the hold, but specifically the part where everyone's bags and bunks are.
Understood. What's everybody else doing?
I would say Aspen probably hovers a little bit still by the door. It's very obvious that he wants to stay there, but he also wants to give Maxwell space. So he's kind of just doing this awkward little dance of like leaning on one foot and then leaning on the other, and kind of like looking back towards the door and then looking out towards the ship, and like his tail is flicking behind him kind of rapidly. He's very, very anxious, and it's very obvious. But he doesn't really know what to do. I would say he kind of stays there for a few minutes before he just kind of rights himself as best as he can and tries to finish the chores that he was given while on board. But it's very obvious that his mind is elsewhere. His body is doing the motions, and he's doing them well, but it's like he's being puppeteered by somebody else while his mind is worrying, basically.
That's
Be
fun.
be
You go first.
I was gonna say, before he like starts to go do his stuff, could Fiora would just like tap him very lightly on the shoulder, just soft, gentle, kind of point to one of his weapons. Just, I'm not good with what to say to help, but can you tell me about your weapon? How you got it? She's trying to offer a diversion to him, basically. Like, I don't know what else to say to help, but I can try to offer a distraction.
Okay. Aspen, I would say, is kind of like in the middle of deciding where to go when Fiora steps in, and he looks very surprised at first, because he's just like a little bit of like blink, 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 kind of just staring at her, not really understanding where the question is coming from, but also like man's special interest is weapons, so he's like so willing to talk about it. He kind of just like, for I guess conversation's sake, he kind of pulls the dagger that Roma gave him from ancient Kamoy and like raises his eyebrows as in like, is this what you're talking about?
She nods. Honestly, she would have like accepted any weapon that he pulled out. It's just like whichever one has the best story. Like, just talk to me. Tell it. Focus on this.
He'll kind of give a nod, and like he'll step away from the door in the sense of like he can still see it when it opens, but it's a little bit of a berth, so that like Maxwell doesn't just see them right there when he walks out.
Mhm.
But he'll kind of plop down on the floor and like he'll let her like handle it, and he'll explain that like it was given to him in ancient Kamoy, and he'll kind of just go into the story of, you know, how they got there, what happened when they got there, who Roma even is, and how he earned her trust, and like basically how he was deemed worthy, blah 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 blah, all of that.
Yeah. She'll definitely listen, pay attention every now and again, like add an additional question, like, oh, what was it like back then, or what did the food taste like, or like so on and so forth. Just little like experience questions, build the world and everything like that. But
Yeah.
very much pays attention and is enjoying the story.
Alrighty. Anybody else doing anything in particular? Okay. Okay.
Sorry.
You're good.
Got an interruption in real life.
Yeah.
Ahmed would go find Lennis because I don't think he's been with the group at this point.
So he was there for the discussion about the plane shift and whatnot and how that was going to work, and then he kind of went off to scurry away to his own thing. Just for fun, roll me a perception check.
For funsies.
I should have made survival
Okay.
make it difficult.
32.
Yeah, I know. You do find him. He's in the back of the ship, like on top, just kind of tying some stuff down, just kind of keep him busy. Not working with anybody in particular.
I think she'll just walk up behind him and just hug him.
Bust.
Hey. Yeah.
Maxwell too.
He threw his bag of holding, so.
Oh, that means something happened.
Obviously not what he wanted.
Yeah. You holding up?
I'll be fine. Sorry, honesty more. I can't say I'm disappointed. I'm just upset.
Yeah.
It wasn't as if I reached out and didn't get anything back. He told me he was there.
Well, that's good. I wasn't really sure about going back to 4 elements yet.
Well, small progress.
Yeah. I'm sure Anwen's gonna be fine. She's smart. She's cunning. Have you checked in on her today?
I think I did just before we discussed all of that, didn't we? So,
Yep.
yeah, just, at least I know my magic isn't being useless. There are anti-magic fields.
Yeah, that will do it. Ah,
Mm-hmm.
I'm just trying to remain positive. I can't do anything about it, so there's no reason for me to worry about it.
I know. Thanks for staying calm so I can freak out.
That's what I'm here for. Hopefully, everybody else is going to be alright too. I don't know. I try to be positive for everybody. I know Maxwell does a really good job with that, but now I'm a little concerned about him.
He'll mind us when he's ready. We're all just giving him space.
Nods his head, yeah.
Sorry?
He nods his head and kind of like, yeah, he kind of like. He's just kind of, you see him kind of almost going off and daydreaming a little bit as he's like kind of half listening, nodding his head. Like, it's not in a disrespectful way. You can just see there's probably like a lot on his mind.
You want to talk about anything?
If I did, I wouldn't know where to start, to be kind of honest with you. I'm just...
Start at the beginning.
Well, it all started when I was 5 years old. I stole a piece of bread. I don't know why. Look, the beginning's blending together. Like, where do you call the beginning? When we started training, when we met, when we got sent out. Like, what's the beginning?
I guess that's up to your interpretation.
I don't like that. I want there to be like, no, this is point A and point B. Like, I need structure.
I guess the start would be when we first met.
That's the beginning?
Well, what would you think the beginning is?
I don't know. I can't be surprised.
Well, are you on about, like, the beginning of us meeting, or you're on about the beginning of us on this path that we're on?
I'm not on any of that. I'm just thinking of everything. Like, I don't know. Thought about where we've come from, what we've done.
The five elements.
Yeah. I know. I said that wrong earlier.
Yeah, we've met a lot of people.
Yep. A lot of people, seen a lot of things, traveled more of the country than I expected. Just thinking about all of it. Nothing bad. I'm just thinking. I do that, believe it or not.
Dangerous.
Spend too much time in your thoughts, you start getting addicted to it. It becomes a prison that you're far too enjoyable to be in.
Brain's way of protecting itself. Live in denial.
Not wrong.
What chores have you been assigned today, then?
I am tying down this, it kind of starts playing, tying down the spare rigging, moving some stuff around for balancing, now that some of, like, the food's been used, and moving, kind of overall just re-securing everything.
You sure about that knot?
You can test it. Miss Knot Lady? Kind of squints his eyes, like, what did I just say?
I'll give you a second chance.
No. I'm just gonna say you could try it. I'm not gonna try to come up with a cute nickname again. Alright.
I just realized I don't actually have a nickname.
I'm sorry. Do you want the goddess of the five elements, warrior princess?
I'm not a goddess. Although I was named after our god's daughter.
See? Princess, there you go. God princess, same thing.
No, Arabella's got princess covered.
Yeah, that is true. I don't know how she does it. I wouldn't want that responsibility. Hopefully she's doing okay with everything she heard, and I still feel bad about passing along.
He's probably still processing.
Yeah, I would be.
I think we all are.
Nods his head.
That's what we do. We move on before we even fully come to terms with things.
I guess that's the only way forward sometimes. Okay. Just to double check, Max, what are you doing?
Maxwell would have probably stayed like that for like a minute or two before going back over to pick up his bag. Probably cool off for the next 30 minutes. He's gonna pull out the puzzle box and Billy just work on that 30 minutes before getting out and going out
Okay.
to talk to everyone.
Intelligence check with disadvantage because of your frustration.
Oh, 100%.
I thought there was going to be a 2, but an 8. You really don't make headway. You think you get it, and then it pisses you off. Or like, nope, you're back to where you started.
Get up and try to find everyone, if not everyone. Ideally, Varys and Ermit.
Okay, well that's 30 minutes, so you'll be doing that. Varys, where are you heading off to do?
Essentially going into her own bag and pulling out a pendant that she had taken off the silver chain as like a thing of safekeeping and re-loops the pendant like back onto the chain.
Okay.
Grabs all of the rope that is in her possession, and then walks back to the room that Max is in. So to be fair, she's not gone that long, and she will probably walk in as he's getting frustrated with this puzzle box, and he just sees her coming down the stairs with this massive coil of rope over her shoulder.
Should I ask what the rope's for?
If you knew, you'd try and stop me, so it's for nothing. And she has like this shit-eating grin on her face of just like, just leave it. Just leave it.
Do we have something that's attuned to the Feywild by chance?
Yes, we do.
We need to relook at that option.
Oh, I'm aware.
Even more so now, because I think I fucked up.
Hearing Max be that blunt, the sarcasm and the protective humor goes, and she immediately drops the rope and just bundles him into her arms. Just be like, darling, you couldn't have fucked up. It was a simple request.
And I still think I made the wrong decision. It's not with my patron, because that is who I want to go talk to. Gratz came.
Doesn't vocally reply, but pulls him into an even tighter hug.
And
Just,
now
like,
I
applies
think
more
Gratz is going after Anwen.
Right, fuck, we really do need to talk to the others, right? Okay. mean, to be fair, I've been preparing to kill this prince ever since he laid his hands on you, so... What time like the present?
All right, you guys searching for everybody?
Yeah.
Well, I will say that Aramid and Lennis are fairly easy to find. From my understanding, I believe Arabella, you're also on deck, if I read correctly.
Yeah, she's up on deck somewhere, just kind of like looking out to sea again.
So not too hard to find, and I assume that Fiora and Aspen are still chilling and talking, so everyone's fair, pretty much in the same generalized area.
Yeah.
All right, you were able to grab everybody. Where do you head for this talk?
That's up to Max.
Same room.
Okay.
Same room. Okay.
You head back down to that room. Private enough. I mean, you are getting some eyes of, like, people are coming up, then down, then up, then down. It's like, what is going on? Also, real quick question. I don't remember what time of day it's evening coming to, correct?
Because this was like a new day when
Was
we
this the
started
start?
having these talks, realistically, it's up to you.
When we originally did the whole
Technically,
shebang,
it's night.
it was
It's night, right?
it was in the morning when we like all gathered together and were like blah 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 blah.
Well, I thought like you guys woke
'Cause
up, did your thing. Aramid thought of some stuff midway through the day, or like, oh shit, because they were having a conversation while they're working, and then so I thought it was like going into evening. No.
No, it has to be the evening because that's when Emma scries. If she has a spell slot left. So the scrying
Fair
always
enough.
happens
Okay.
at night.
That's fine.
And so then they
That-
talking, so it's evening still.
Easy
Gotcha, okay.
enough. I was just I'm trying to calculate when certain things are going to happen. So continue.
Mhm.
We need to rethink about potentially gambling with the Feywild again.
Why? Like, and Emma looks like terrified.
The meeting didn't go well. Had an unexpected visitor of Gratz, and I kind of pissed him off a bit.
What do you mean, kind of? Did you or did you not piss him off?
I pissed him off. I didn't take his deal,
Good.
but now he's going after Anwen, I do believe.
What was his deal?
Well, I only knew half of it. I didn't know what the price was going to be, but he was offering a key that was attuned to his plane of existence.
Oh, hell no.
You didn't find out what the deal was?
I didn't think we wanted to go there. I know for a fact Varys isn't wanting to go there. I know Aramid's not going to want to go there.
He kind of takes a minute and
Yeah.
goes, "Oh, like I'm out of place. My bad," and just like kind of sits back.
Yeah, the very mention of it being like, it would have been a key to the demon realm. Whatever preparations Varys was doing, she has fully, like, seized up, like, that shit.
I'm sorry. Continue.
Well, he didn't take it kindly. I tried saying no as respectfully as I could, but this was the second time I denied him.
He offered you a deal before? Was it the same one?
No. The first time he's offered me something was back whenever we, all died. He wanted to become my patron.
This guy sounds like he can't take a fucking hint.
He's a demon, he doesn't have to. He just
He's also the
takes.
demon lord of pleasure. Consent isn't really a thing.
So, like, why does the Demon Lord of Pleasure want Maxwell specifically?
Because Henry force-fed him liquid.
This is why we want to kill Henry. Just looks at Maxwell with a look of, like, are you dumb?
We'll find that. No, I'll rephrase it. He didn't force feed him anything. It was completely consensual, but he didn't specify that it'd have an essence of a demon inside the liquid.
Why the Feywild?
That's the place we can jump to.
You want to go to the Feywild as like a stepping stone so that I can then get us out of there again.
The issue is that
Yeah.
we could be there for 2 days and it'd be 2 years and then kind of redundant.
But it could also be just 2 days.
Seconds.
Yeah, I know. Do we want
Is
to
that
take,
a
The
risk
tricky
we're willing-
part.
do we keep a definite day? Or do we take a chance of lowering it? A definite to an unknown, and that unknown's pretty massive.
Yeah, I would say Aspen is also looking very apprehensive as well.
But we also don't know how fast Gratzo and his influence can get to Anwen.
Oh, do you believe him? Or do you think he's doing that to try to get you to do something stupid? To provoke you into doing something you weren't going to do? I'm just saying, I'm sorry. If he is a demon of pleasure, I would get pleasure out of toying with somebody to getting them to do something stupid to get more pleasure of doing absolutely nothing. And I'm sorry, maybe I'm reading too much into that.
No. Your logic is sound here.
That's my thought. Is he's trying to get us to do something stupid? Not stupid. This isn't a stupid idea. That's insulting.
Rash.
Okay, yeah, thank you. I prefer a definite. I know what point A is. I know what point B is. Can it be faster? But like if he's a demon lord, demon god, he's looking to be corrected.
Demon.
Maxwell will shrug.
Okay, demon, prince demon, all the good stuff, bad stuff. I mean, couldn't he just be there before us, even if we do go to the Feywild? I'm not saying
That's
no.
what I'm worried about.
If the
There's
answer
still-
is yes, would we rather be there a day after he's there? Or a week after he's there?
I honestly
Or
don't-
a decade. Or a century.
if it were after,
But there's
I don't
no
think it
guarantee.
matters.
There-
Sorry, Arabella, go ahead.
There's no guarantee. You're good. There's no guarantee if we make it to the Feywild we'll stay as long as that, but my main concern is what if he's baiting you? I don't want to be the one to wish bad things, but what if he's already done something and he knows that we'll do anything for Anwen, and God forbid. And she looks at Aramed. Aramed's God, don't let anything happen to Anwen. But, what if he already did, and we're just running to our deaths at this point, and this time we won't come back because there's not some kind of lich illusion to bring us back.
I'd rather say I tried than didn't.
Go down with that. Go down with the fight. Go down while fighting.
There's also an option which I really, really don't want to do. Which we could potentially do both.
At the party.
I don't think splitting up is a good idea.
I don't either. I would prefer the more certain thing.
Before we say anything definite, Emma, do you have a spell slot left to send a message to the priest who was our counsel for our trial?
Out of character.
Mm.
Are you on about our lawyer?
No.
Well, no. So Lily was our lawyer. I'm talking about the guy that was essentially the guy that came into our prison cell being like, this is what's going to happen and this is the thing. And then afterwards, he was the cleric that sent everyone to us when we were fighting the hags.
Yes. What was his name? I have it somewhere.
In the
'Cause
Feywild.
realistically, for the sending spell, you don't need to know his name because you know him. Because my thought process is, maybe we can have the best of both worlds. There are clerics in the Feywild who will have a high enough attunement to magic where they will also be able to cast plane shift. If we can have people ready on the other side to meet us and immediately cast the spell to send us to the material plane and to Olnevia, we will literally spend 10 seconds in the Feywild. 30 as a top estimate. Makeshift taxi service.
What's a taxi?
Oh,
You
it's a
don't
cart
taxis.
that they use to travel. We've been in a taxi because we went from the Shayback of the Empire to the coast.
Mhm.
Okay, give me 1 second to have a look at this. So,
I mean, don't get me wrong, the spell may fail, but at least it's worth a shot.
issues with that, love that idea. However, you can only specify a destination in general terms,
So
and you're
he
in
says,
or near
Olnevia.
it.
We'll arrive anywhere in the city or anywhere near the city.
So I have a question. If we ask, say, just say for example it works and we, do what you just said, Varys. What if they want something in return? What if they want something that we can't give them? Isn't that how the Feywild works?
That's how the fairies work, not the Eladrin. And she points to herself.
She nods. Okay, that's fair. I got them mixed up. I apologize.
No worries. And also, we've met this man. He was willing to put his neck on the line to make sure that we weren't executed, when he didn't even know the majority of us. I'm just saying it's an option. And it's something that we can sleep on and not make a decision right this second. But I know that there are people that are powerful enough to do that we can very quickly get in contact with.
I do like that plan. Faster we get to Anwen, the more at ease we all might feel.
But if the majority come to a decision and say, we don't want to do that, we'd rather have the definite, I do have another idea that is less dangerous in the sense of time, but more dangerous in the sense of, I'm going to need Bella. Just pointing at Maxwell, and again, that smile to hide the nerves is back on her face.
What do you need Bella for?
She has brilliant sedative qualities.
Alright.
Out of character, please connect the dots because I'm running on 3 hours.
Varys is planning on going into hybrid form for some reason that she is not telling you.
Okay.
Well, going to a vote, I think we should take the risk.
I don't think it's worth it. I'm gonna say we stay on the boat.
It's the boat is the more sure thing. We have a definite time scale.
Two votes boat, one vote jump.
I'm okay with the jump.
It's 2-2.
I'm gonna say that Aspen kind of has been pacing this entire time. It's the very short, like, back and forth pacing. And his face is set in a very neutral expression, but his hands are... he's wringing his hands. And he's not really... he's listening, but he's thinking about something else. And I would say he'll probably just say that he needs some air. And he leaves the room and goes back on deck. And he'll kind of just pace along the edge of the boat, just kind of like looking out into the waves and gnawing at his lip. He really does not want to go back into the Feywild, but he also doesn't want to lose Anwen. He's very, very torn.
Well, give him some space. He looks to... who was the air? Fiora and Max are jump. The 5 elements is don't jump, so we need
Varys, Arabella, and Aspen.
Ferris and Arabella are still there, so Lance kind of looks to you two.
Wait, what?
This is a vote. Do you jump ship or stay on ship? Were you not here for that?
No, I was. I thought I already casted my vote
What is your vote?
to jump ship to do the
Okay.
everything that Varys said the first time.
Okay, so that's
I guess I got lost in translation.
3. So that's 3-2. Varys? Or are you waiting for Aspen?
She sees that all of the eyes have essentially... She looks to everyone like she can see the visible stress just written on everyone. I think I've made it quite clear that I don't have the reservations about the Feywild as you all do, but I'm also aware that I come with the bias of growing up there. So for me, it's almost the same as going home. I am not willing to make people uncomfortable. So if there are people that do not want to go, I will never make them. If the majority says jump, then I will help you feel less anxious if I can. But if the vote is a dead tie and you're looking to me to break it, then we will stay on the ship.
Well, at the moment, depending on what you vote, it either goes in favor of leaving or it goes into Aspen breaking the tie.
Yeah, which is why she's waiting to hear what Aspen says. And she's saying if she has to break the tie, we will stay on the ship.
All right. Thank you to Folk King Dragons for following. Appreciate it.
Now, while we give Aspen his chance to give it a thought, I've got some preparations to do, so if you all want to watch me get undressed, then that's completely fine.
With that, you just see Lettuce roll backwards out of his chair and get up to leave.
Ahmed doesn't move, but in Ahmed's defense, it looks like she's about to have a freaking panic attack.
He's just going to kind of grab you by your shoulders and just slowly begin to move you away.
Yeah, there is no resistance. He could be like, at this point, like pulling candy floss.
Aspen is going to, once we kind of get out and like you make sure you're all right, he is going to go and search out Aspen.
So, like, he's looking for me?
Yes. What does he find? Where does he find you?
So, Aspen is pacing wildly on the side of the ship. His eyes kind of just looking out into the sea. He's got, like, he's chewing on the side of his thumb. His tail is kind of lashing wildly behind him. And he's obviously very, very focused. He's got a little bit of a furrow in his brow. He looks extremely stressed.
He'll kind of just stroll on over to you and going, "Beautiful night we're having."
Aspen will just give him like a grunt, but not really like a look up.
You're gonna feel him get a little bit closer, and then you're just gonna feel teeth into the back of your into the side of your arm.
Aspen kind of stops mid stride and just looks down.
Hump. I bet you. You won't pass out. I'm not poisoned.
I'm glad to hear that.
Me
Why
too.
did you bite me?
Well, because you're paying attention now. You were able to forget everything for like a half a second.
He just kind of looks at Lennis like a little bit confused, but
Come on.
like
He's just gonna grab two like small little barrels to like set him down. He's gonna sit on him and he goes, "Talk to me."
Aspen kind of glances at the two barrels. With a little bit of hesitation, he'll climb up on the other, sit like crisscross, and he keeps fiddling with his hands. And Lennis can see at one point he's kind of picked away the skin at the corner of his thumb enough to make himself bleed. But he's not paying attention to that, like, at all. He's kind of just sitting there, like, staring in the middle of Lennis's chest. And just, his tail is whipping very anxiously. I don't want to lose more time. And he kind of says it between clenched teeth. I feel awful because I want to save Anwen more than anything, but I've already lost time to the Feywild. My siblings thought I was dead. I don't know how long we're going to be. And you can see him getting very frustrated. And he kind of like curls his hands into fists by his knees, and he looks down. And he says in a very choked whisper that Lennis can barely hear, is just a, I'm scared.
Me too. I don't like being scared.
I'm used to being scared, but not like this. I didn't think that I would make it this long, to be honest with you. And it's kind of a miracle that I'm even here in the first place. But I thought that at least I would be with Mavis and Kestrel, but
You found yourself with us, sorry lot.
Nods.
Yeah, I was literally just talking to Aramid earlier about everything. Like, where's the beginning? Where's the middle? Where's the end? And all of it kind of blends together. None of it how I expected it. And I'm trying to take a look at the things I don't have control over and not worry about it. And it's not really working all the time, but hearing that Maxwell isn't doing too good and not being the positive, I'm like, well, somebody's got to be able to do it. And that's... I don't understand the Feywild. I don't understand the whole magic things. I can make my sword hit harder, and that's about it. And because I don't understand it, because I'd rather have a definitive thing, because that's me, I'm straightforward and dumb, that's why I said stay. Not because I don't want to get there faster, and it's not because I don't want to help. It's definitive. Now, Maxwell's not wrong. My definitive could put it where it's too late and Graz has me. In my opinion, getting there late is a lesser evil than getting there in a different time. It doesn't make sense. I was trying to be philosophy, but then you know what I'm saying. But you can't be worried. You just gotta make a decision. I'm not telling you to choose to stay. I'm not telling you to choose to leave. I'm saying you just need to pick one, and it's not going to be right. It's not going to be wrong. It's just going to be a decision. I think we kind of get hung up on I have to make the right decision, and I don't believe that exists. I think it's just a decision, and you work towards and work through whatever comes with that decision.
Aspen kind of just looks up at Lennis. And how do I describe this? The best way I can say this is that Aspen looks hollow. He looks way older than he actually is. His shoulders are slumped. His head is heavy. He kind of curls in on himself. I just feel selfish. I don't want to lose whatever time I have left with Mavis and Kestrel. I don't know if we're going to be gone for 10 seconds, but it's actually 10 years. And what if something happens to them? And I can't... They're gone. And I can't... I couldn't live with that because I wasn't there to help. And I'm just... And he kind of just grabs a handful of his hair. This is making my head hurt. I don't know what to do. I don't. Every decision, there's something that can go wrong. And I have to choose between getting there too late, something awful happens to her, or I risk losing my siblings when they were the only people there for me. I don't know what to do.
Well, only one of those you have any control over. I'm not going to tell you which one to do, but I would just keep that in perspective. I don't have an answer for you, and I can't choose for you. But I hear you. I don't blame you. You're not selfish. I probably feel the same way. My person's here, though.
Aspen just kind of nods to Lennis. His knee is kind of like bouncing. And it kind of makes his whole body vibrate a little bit as he's just chewing on the side of his thumb. Lennis can tell just from being around him for so long that Aspen is trying extremely hard not to cry. And his eyes are wet and he's sniffling, and He's trying his best. But he looks like a cornered animal. And he kind of just sits in it for a bit. Just lets himself feel it. He's not really hiding anything, but it's more of just, I need to get the emotional reaction out of the way first so that I can think more logically about this.
He's just giving you that space. Like he kind of gives you a nod, gives you that kind of reaffirming like hand on the shoulder with that squeeze. Like, I'm here for you, but I'm going to give you the space you need to work this one out.
He'll give Lennis like an absent-minded nod and kind of like, I guess it's one of the more childish things that Aspen has done, but he kind of holds Lennis's fingers like that are on his shoulder, just the fingers, and he just gives them a bit of a tight squeeze.
Yeah. And he gives you your space. No head out. It looks like he's gonna run into Airmid.
There is still, like, anxiety on her face and in her eyes. But he can see just from the set of her jaw that she has made the decision. Do you know if everybody's still together?
I think everyone's scattered. Aspen needs more time. Why?
Because this isn't being settled with a vote.
He kind of squints his eyes at you, like, excuse me?
Lennis, if, I guess, in your books, if we do become High Priest and High Priestess, we are given counsel, and we given advice, and we take that on board. But the decision lies with us. I have received counsel. I have thought it over. I am the one that can cast a spell, and a decision is mine to make. We are going to face so many, so many difficult decisions. And we're not going to know if they're right, and we're not going to know if they're wrong until after the fact. And then we'll beat ourselves up over it because why didn't we go with the other option? Because clearly that option was better, but we only know that after we went through it. So, I have to make this decision.
Are you telling me this or asking me this?
I am stating a fact that is going to happen if that is the path in the future that we decide.
Yes. You're not wrong in anything anything you said in any way, shape, or form. The only thing that we have very strong personalities per se in our group, and we haven't really distinguished the hierarchy to where our position we're instilled in one. So I don't disagree with you. We are going to make decisions, and I'm proud that you've kind of taken this into personal responsibility. You have to be a little careful. This isn't a oaths. No oaths were sworn to us. Now you can say, I'm not going to cast the spell, and people are going to have to deal with it. That's 100% absolutely. Like, you have that right. But to dictate if we are going to go, if that was where you were going on, I don't know if that would, if we have that oath to do so. That power. Now, if you're saying, I'm not willing to cast it, well, then you have that power. To make people go, I don't know if you do. At least not in this.
I wouldn't be making people go.
So you're not willing.
And similar to what Aspen did earlier, she begins to like pull out her hair. She's like, I don't know what to do, and I'm trying to figure this out, and I'm coming to you because you're the person. You're my person.
Mm-hmm. And I just made everything worse. What did you come? What did you before you talked to me? What was your decision? The same that it was.
To come and talk to you and see if this is the right angle to go with this.
You see him try, like, just air's coming out, like, hey, I stand by what I said. I think we are going to need you. Everything you said is correct. I think in this group, it is not, again, no oaths. Yep, you can tell I'm nervous now. No oaths were sworn whenever we complete or we don't complete whatever we end up deciding to do, but say we do complete everything. Oaths are then sworn and allegiance is made. Therefore, we have the responsibility to make decisions, whether it be right or wrong. In this, we are all here by choice, and anyone can leave at any given time. So, if you are going to say we're going, I don't think here's that power. If you say I am unwilling to cast it, I think you have that power and that ability in this group. If your original vote stands, then if you are unwilling to cast it, votes don't matter, and you just need to make aware.
My decision isn't about where we're all going or we're all staying. My decision is about whether or not I'm going to cast this spell.
Did you make that decision?
I'm willing to cast the spell, but not to the Feywild.
Where would you go? Where could we go? Where other options are there?
The Ethereal Plane, but again, I only have access to that kind of power once a day. I can either cast Etherealness, or I can cast Plane Shift. I can't do both.
Wait, how are you
And
getting
even
to
that
the
Etherealness.
plane?
A spell called Etherealness. You step into the border regions of the Ethereal Plane.
That's a spell? Hey, let me look at the spell real fast.
There is the info.
Etherealness. I'm not familiar with this one. Step into the border regions of the ethereal plane. Oh, we literally use that instead of plane. Okay. Overlapping. That's fucking cheeky.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I can only cast that level of spell once.
Yeah, but technically,
And even then, it says I'm only deaf. Yeah,
8
but
hours. You couldn't do it if you wanted to.
yeah, but I wouldn't be able to do the long rest long enough
Yep.
to get the spell slot back and then cast
Well, the spell
plane shift.
Does it spell ends in 8 hours? Yeah, it ends in 8 hours.
When the spell ends, you immediately return to the plane you
So
originated from in
you
the spot
couldn't
you
use it.
currently occupy.
This wouldn't work. You couldn't go to the ethereal
Yeah.
plane and then plane shift. So your only option as of right now is the Feywild. I've said my thoughts, my piece on how we should go next. We have one that is unknown. We have one that is fairly definitive if we don't run into anything. I'm almost more of a you scry once a day, maybe even. How many times can you do it a day?
Scrying?
Yeah.
Give me 1 second. Twice. 3 or 4 if I'm wanting to upcast it.
You could always do maybe check on her 2 or 3 times a day, once in the morning, once in the afternoon, once in the evening, and if for some reason she is then in a corporeal world of demonic powers, we already know, hey, he could be there tomorrow, he could be there today, he could already be there, so us taking the time to go doesn't make much sense, but knowing she's there, we can keep doing that, and if it doesn't work, well then we plane shift to the Feywild, see if somebody there has something demonic, and then we go plane shifting to his place, wherever that is. That I'm not convincing you.
To his place.
If we go to the Feywild and someone has a demonic thing to his area, we could. I bet you money somebody in Olnevia will. It's a massive city from what I hear. Like, I'm not telling you one to do something.
Henry would.
Yeah, you would. But you guys won't talk to him. I didn't want to mention that, but he definitely would be our point of contact.
The only other thing I can think of is messaging William to see if he knows. Right, question out of character because of how we decided last time. Because it says alternatively, if you know the sigil sequence, it has to be on another plane of existence. Fuck.
Yeah, but here's the thing: if you get to Olnevia, you know for a fact there's teleportation circles there. You could use one of those to go to Shademount Cathedral Empire. Gives it more time, yes, but you have direct routes at that point.
I need to go to an alternate plane in order to be able to plane shift back to this one.
If you're wanting to get...
I can't bypass that with just knowing the sigil sequence.
Yeah, but you still need to get to a different plane of existence.
I know.
So regardless, we have to get to Olnevia.
What probably would have been better is teleportation circle. Asking William if he knows teleportation circle sequence of someplace in Olnevia and going about it that way.
We still have to go to
instead of
another plane.
Even with teleportation circles?
Well, how are you getting to Olnevia? By boat?
No, see, like, in the homestead, we have a teleportation circle in the basement.
Yep.
And as we were able to go to, like, Kamoy and somewhere else, we didn't have to go to a different plane to...
Yeah, but how are you going to get to a teleportation circle at this point? Where are you going to a teleportation circle? Plane shift, you have to go... teleportation, so you have to go to a different plane. So how are you getting to said teleportation circle to go where?
Does this ship dock anywhere, or is it just
Well,
full on sailing to
It's
Olnevia?
full on going. The port town you're going to will be where you get off to get into Olnevia. That's not even going to be into the main city of Olnevia. You guys are going to technically Anwen's hometown. It's a part of Olnevia, but it is not the Olnevia.
Yeah, it's one of those weird things where it's like New York State and New York City.
Yes.
We're going to New York State to get to New York City.
Yes, exactly. And that just kind of brings up, because that's the other thing. Every time we try to find ways to get there faster, we find a hang-up. And when things keep happening to keep hanging things up, it leads me to believe that's not the path. So now the other reason why I'm not a fan of trying to get there faster.
I just prefer a more certain route.
That's where I'm at.
We mitigate the risks.
Kind of nods.
This is why I needed to talk to you.
I feel like I made it worse in the beginning.
No, but we got there.
Slowly.
I can't come at this from the angle of my spell slot, my choice, so...
And that's fair, too. I'm not saying that's wrong.
I can't go back there. I can't.
Alright, then we need to tell the group that it's... the option's off the table. How about you head to the room and I'll gather everybody. Now we can get your thoughts together.
Okay.
With that, unless somebody... Well, Varys, were you doing something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. If
Yeah.
they're walking back into this room, this is going to be hilarious.
Yeah, so we'll go back in time to get you going.
Okay. Varys will take off the silver chain and pendant that she was wearing, and since some people are still in the room, they would be able to see that it is essentially a holy symbol. It is a bow with the curve of the bow facing upwards, and then underneath, like hanging beneath the string of the bow, there is just a full moon. She hangs that on the door of the cell. Strips down to underwear. So she's got nothing on her other than just stuff to
Is
cover.
anybody else still here?
Is anyone still there?
That's why, yeah.
Maxwell is.
Okay.
Assuming.
Alright, is that the only one?
Well, she need Bella, so yeah. I think Bella's there as well.
I just want to make sure there's nobody else. Okay, so you two, continue.
Okay. There's a little bit of a hesitation in the moment as she sees that everyone else has left and it is just Max. She'll walk over and plant like a really quick, harsh kiss on his lips and just kind of whisper to him, "I'm so sorry you're going to have to see this again, but it's needed." And for the first time, not prompted by the full moon, just prompted by a will, as she stares to the pendant, she will transform willingly into her hybrid form.
Okay.
It's not as brutal this time, but still joints breaking, reforming, spine elongating, curving, claws forming in hands getting fingers longer, palms wider, more muscle, more height, more breadth, hair growing in, which is like in joints at the elbows, at the knees, mouth and jaw breaking and forming like this pseudo muzzle, skin ripping to create teeth. And I think it's worse this time because the hybrid form begins to speak.
I will say, as you start to transform again, Maxwell is grabbing his bag to get his gear to potentially need to defend himself.
No, that's completely fair.
Real quick, Ray, is the calendar up to date?
Yeah. The calendar is up to date because I've been
Yes,
updating
July
it.
19th.
Okay, so it is not a full moon, but it is a half a moon. Okay, continue.
But it is. But yeah, the hybrid begins to speak. And Max, the difference this time is that there is intelligence behind the eyes. Varys is there. This isn't the beast. This is her. In reign. In control. For now. She'll get down on her knees and begin to draw intricate elven runes in the dust and the dirt of the cell, creating almost a ritual circle around her. And she begins to chant in Elvish. For the sake of the viewers and the DM at home, she is sending up a prayer to Sehanine Moonbow, asking permission and guidance for the party to be allowed access to Avandor. The logic behind this being that because Sehanine Moonbow is the patron goddess of good lycanthropes, being in a lycanthrope form should have a better connection.
Sanitas?
But she is essentially doing the exact same thing that Maxwell's done and Emmett has done, praying to her patron goddess who has smiled down upon her before, and asking for permission to enter Avandor, the Elvish. She is asking for permission to be given something that can be used for plane shift, so that they can go to this heaven rather than going to the Feywild, because at least time shouldn't distort up there the same way that it would do in the Feywild. To Max, it just sounds like what would have been beautiful Elvish if it wasn't coming through like a thick muzzle and dribble and clacking jaws and teeth and a very swollen tongue.
So you're asking, okay.
It's an ask. It's fully a request.
Yeah.
And she even says in the prayer that she will accept no. But she will say, you can see the desperateness of this situation. And I would not ask if we were not out of options.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm also going to roll a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, please do that.
Mm-hmm.
The DC is... It's just a standard one.
15,
yeah.
if I remember. And I lose and immediately go feral.
Yeah, you do. Okay, hey.
So the prayer comes out.
Yes.
There's drawings in the thing. Like, the actual message goes out. And then the best way I can describe it is the scene from Prisoner of Azkaban, Harry Potter, where Lupin's eyes clock the moon and go very wide, like the pupils blow out. Max sees the exact moment where she finishes the ritual, finishes speaking, looks up, makes eye contact with him, and the pupils blow.
So, I just made a quick little... Oh, that's not what I wanted.
Ah, fuck.
I made I am lagging. I need to refresh Foundry. It is not working for me. And it's not refreshing. Alright, we're going to see what happens with that. So, before we get into the prayer, if it was answered or if it was not, we are going to get into what happens between you two. So, both of you be prepared to roll initiatives as soon as my Foundry comes back online. There we go. There we go. Lily takes your initiative.
A lover
correct?
squirrel. Yes,
Mhm.
she comes right after me.
Okay, both the initiatives up. Go ahead and roll for me.
Oh, now's the time.
Very nice, dude.
Now is the time.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Okay, so hold on a second. You know what? Let's get some tense stuff right here, shall we? Let's do this. What's this one? Hold on.
Definitely did not expect that.
Okay. We got our music. We got our turn order. Begin combat. Max, you're up.
Yep. Step number 1. I'm apologizing as a player to player, but I'm casting
No,
Old
genuinely.
Monster on you.
No. Like the throat shape changer. Fully go.
You're large, are you not?
I'm
You say
still
medium?
if I remember correctly.
Oh yeah, you are.
I believe so.
Yeah. All right. So go ahead and
Let me look at the rules really quick because I've forgotten to copy and paste them over. That's my own bad.
No, you're good. I've got it right here. You can't cast spells. You keep your same humanoid stats, so you're still good. Your AC is going to be 10 plus your con plus your dexterity.
Yeah. So at the moment my AC is not 15. It is 17.
Yep. Yeah, D6 attacking settle.
You need a wisdom saving throw for me, Varys.
Yep. You targeted
Yeah,
her,
fair
so
play.
go. It's in the chat.
Oh, it is in the chat.
Yeah.
let's just do
Oh
that.
yeah, it's fighting time.
There you go.
Okay, so it takes.
Fantastic. You're paralyzed. Bonus action. I'm giving Bella the order to take a shot.
Go ahead. She needs eyesight, doesn't she?
Yeah, she does need eyesight.
I don't know why her vision doesn't show anything.
She's just blind.
Yeah, you should have took a vision now.
Alrighty. I believe this is with advantage
She's
because
paralyzed.
you're paralyzed.
I thought that was melee. I am bringing it up now. Incapacitated, can't move or speak. Creature automatically fails. Attack rolls against the creature have advantage. All attack rolls. Melee is critical. So go ahead and roll her attack. That will hit. You go ahead and Varys, I need you to roll me a Constitution saving throw and take 1 point of damage.
Mm-hmm.
DC again on this is going to be 19. I need you to fail by 5 or more, please.
Let's see. Oof.
Here's one.
Does the taking damage remove hold monster or no?
No, they have to pass a wisdom saving throw.
And I failed by 5 or more.
Yeah.
I'm unconscious.
Skadoosh. You very much lucked out on that.
Oh yeah.
Didn't need to cast the hold monster, but still
That
would
was-
much rather have that in place.
Well, that's for 1
Because
minute,
I
right?
did it. Hybrid form lasts for a number of hours equal to my con modifier and ends early if I'm knocked unconscious or reduced to
So,
0
yeah,
hit
you
points.
are
So I go
unconscious.
immediately
Yep.
from hybrid to Varys, and I shrink.
Very lucked out on that, buddy. If anyone else, I will say at that point,
Sweating.
Airman, you go. Oh no, that's you've been out there for a while. Never mind. It would have been funnier to see a little tiny arrow pointed out at you, but I won't do that.
I mean, they still can.
It's
Varys will
not
just be
yet.
awake.
Yeah.
Revert back to normal form. Maxwell will take this tiny little arrow out and wake them up, drop the hold monster as well.
A little bit of a roll of the neck as they landed face first into the floor. Hey, darling.
Poor Varys is having a really tough night.
This is a completely separate night. This is a week between transformations. We're doing grand. But no, thank you, darling.
No problem.
She cuts though, and she like looks at the pendant, being like, "Give me something."
With that, the pendant grows cold. Not in like like it's gonna stick to your skin, but you can just feel like it's been under cool water.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't get anything else. So while there may have been an acknowledgement, perhaps you not controlling yourself had it influenced their answer.
And like, half joking, half seriously, she says in Sylvan, "It's a new thing. I'm working out the kinks." But she, she puts the necklace on. It's like, fair enough. You gave me an answer.
You were heard. That's saying something.
I was heard. Yeah. I start scuffing the ritual circle on the bottom of the cell, being there like, yeah, like we'll get rid of that.
I like the idea of that. That was cool. I did like that. That was a good try.
Wait, did that succeed or fail?
Fail.
Okay. Darn it.
Because if it had succeeded, we would have gotten something that would have acted like a tuning fork to take us to elven heaven.
Elven heaven, sorry.
Whoa. Okay.
You guys have almost gone to 3 different very major places.
Yeah, because she was specifically asking for a key to a Vandal, which is
We're
elven.
not completely out of options still. I can ask someone else tomorrow.
Yeah. But yeah, well,
I could also
time
ask
that
again
it's-
tomorrow.
very true. But yeah, in the time that it takes Lennis and Emmet to come back into the room, I think there'll be enough time for Faris to get redressed and just she will walk up to Bella and just like plant a kiss on her cheek to be like, "Thank you very much.
I shot you with an arrow. It was my pleasure."
And it was mine as well.
What?
You're not there.
Um,
And then we'll just go over and give Max like a big kiss on the cheek as well. Just being like,
And I'll say at this point, Airman, you're walking in, and a few moments later, a few minutes, Lennis would have found everybody else and brought them back to the room, saying that some new news has transpired. Airman, I believe you had something you wanted to tell everybody, not to throw you in the middle.
But throw me in the middle.
Yep. You got it. You kind of like it gives you like a thumbs up.
She takes a deep breath and she interlaces like her fingers and she's like wringing them as she looks at everybody.
Hey, pause 1 second, actually. Aspen, quick question for you. How observant were you out there when you were by yourself having a panic attack? Honestly, are you just chilling on the bench? Were you looking out into the ocean? Were you in your brain? Like, how observant was Aspen?
After Lennis left, it was more of looking out like into the ocean and just taking everything in.
Do you now?
Uh-oh.
Hold on.
Oh no. What more could go wrong?
I'm also going to ask Fiora and Arabella. What were how observant were you? What were you doing while you were waiting? No answer is going to tell me you weren't observant. I'm just going to continue.
No. Arabella was on deck. She
Mhm.
was kind of looking out about around there. She probably was kind of observant, but maybe not really, but maybe like a little bit.
Okay.
She just figures she's looking at water. So
Sure. Fiora?
Yeah. Probably not as observant as at all. She probably tracked Edric down and is talking with him, just
Okay.
something to do in the sense of oh, if we're gonna be leaving, I want all the time with this man that I can.
Easy enough to do, so I will say Arabella and Aspen. It's later. It's definitely later in the night, and it's the last of the voices on deck have kind of quieted down. Besides you guys going kind of up and down the decks, people have settled into the steady rhythm of the ship on the open water. At first, hang on. Actually, you know what? Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's see what we can find. See if I can get the right music. Nope, that's not what I wanted either. All right, we're ruining everything. Let's try this one. Nothing's working. Nothing. Is anybody hearing anything?
No.
I mean, I
I
hear
hear
music.
waves.
Hold on.
I hear
I hear-
I
Oh,
hear
yeah.
music.
Besides waves, does anyone hear music?
I
Yes.
do.
Okay.
I hear the music. I don't
There we
hear
go.
waves.
Okay. Well, that's what we're all just in a mess tonight. At first, it's something that's easy to miss. A faint glimmer beneath the surface. No brighter than starlight caught in motion. Slipping along in the wake where the hull has disturbed the dark. But then another appears, and another after that. Each one soft and distant, like scattered reflections that don't quite belong to anything above. They drift just below the surface, moving with a slow, deliberate grace that feels almost guided rather than carried. Pale blues, muted greens, pulsing gently in the water. Never harsh. Never really bright. No shapes. It's just almost like the northern lights floating in the water. Whenever Lettuce comes and grabs you, you kind of look away and look back and you see the lights have kind of faded away. Now we're going to go back into the room. Airmaid, you were saying.
So she looks at everybody, takes a deep breath. And although she's trying to look composed, her hands are just ringing, like, you know, when you interlace your fingers and you just can't stop moving your hands together because you are so nervous. I have thought about this, and I'm not comfortable getting us to the Feywild. It's too unknown, there's too many variables, there is too much risk. At least here, we know that we will arrive there on insert date here of, like, estimated time. I feel that the more we mitigate the risks, the better chance we have. I can keep doing scrying, and instead of doing it once at night, I'm happy to do it morning, noon, and night. And that way then I can keep better track on Anwen. And she takes a deep breath and she puts her hands at her sides. I am not willing to go to the Feywild.
There's a pause as everyone like takes in what Emmet has just said, and I think it would make sense that Varys just breaks the silence by going, "All right then, thank you for offering in the first place. In that case, we stay. Now, I'm going to bed. I'm knackered." like goes past like what Emmet said just wasn't this big revelation. It's like, yeah, I'm just going to go to bed.
Wait, are you annoyed at me?
No, not at all. Genuinely. As I said,
I
when we
felt
were
like
all
that
done
was
here,
really abrupt and like you just brushed it off.
oh, it's a I'm accepting your decision. I'm not going to force you to do anything you don't want to do. If
Okay.
that's your say, then that's the final say, and we move on.
Aspen and Lennis aren't here. And never was.
No, they showed up. This was
Oh,
happening
everybody's
as
here. Okay.
as he
Yeah.
was
Okay.
gathering people. I forgot to mention that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Fine.
Well, that's why I was there. Like, Varys waits for other people to say anything and just cuts the silence with, "Okay, that's your choice."
Mhm.
Now it's really late. I'm gonna go to bed.
Yeah, as soon
Um,
as like Varys is like, okay, we're good, everybody's good, cool, I'm gonna go to bed. Ermid literally is like going to feel Aspen like wrap himself around her in a bone crushingly tight hug. He kind of just like, it's very awkward because he literally just rushed her. So like his head is like underneath one of her arms, and like his tail is wrapped around one of her thighs, and his arms are like around her rib cage, and he's kind of just squeezing a little bit on the side of painful.
I am not the strong one of the pair. I am not the strong one of the pair. Let loose.
Sorry. I just
Love the hug, but that was a little painful.
sorry. I just thank you.
For
He kind of just like looks up at her from like underneath her arm, and it's very similar to the like one of the conversations that they had before they saw Poppy, when they were like gathering firewood together. His face is just very soft and open, and he genuinely looks like a baby, like a teenager. And he kind of just looks up at her with these big glassy eyes and is just, I didn't have to choose. And that just, thank you. And he like tucks his head like into the space between like her underarm and like presses his face into like her shirt.
okay. It's okay.
I just thanks. It took a very big weight off of my shoulders. So, Thank you.
That's right.
He kind of holds Aramid for a moment or two before he untangles a little bit. And kind of coughs awkwardly into his fist and like rights Aramid's shirt that he kind of rumpled up and looks a little embarrassed.
Is everybody else okay with that?
Yeah, I mean, Varys is right. We're not gonna let you do something you don't want to do. We'll find a way to get there. Let's take our time and pray.
I can keep praying every day. And either he's gonna tell me no and give me a divine back slap, or I will wear him down.
I could be wrong, but I don't think your god would slap you for asking for help. He
Proverbial.
seems to be a pretty generous guy.
Yeah, but generosity has its limits.
Aspen kind of frowns a little bit.
You're not wrong. Unfortunately, as gifted as, God is, we've been a little selfish asking for help when it's been needed. Perhaps maybe this time.
It's not selfish to ask for help. What I think it is that it's just been a lot.
What I think is maybe this is something your God wants us to do on our own. They've been the aid when we've needed it most, but maybe this time it's a lesson we have to learn. I'm just thinking how everyone else has kind of said no. Maybe we're meant to do this on our own. Kind of feels that way. I'm not saying it isn't selfish to ask for help, you're right. But at the same time, you were chosen for something. So it's also time to show your strength. As it is all of us. Because let's be honest, the people who've taught us everything growing up, who were always there to help us when we fell, they aren't there to help us now. At some point, we have to walk our own paths. Does that make sense? And
That makes sense.
Alrighty. Continue.
oh, no, you're good. She's just gonna say she nods.
Well, with that, each of you find your own bunks, your hammocks, or if you're pulling the night duty that day, you find your spot, wherever that may be. Arabella, where would you like to be?
I need to go back on deck.
Sure.
Deck is a nice place. It's out in the open. Fresh air.
Yeah.
Waves.
So you head out. You look out to the open water, sea breeze in your face. What would you like to do?
Just gonna reach out to Regan. Because now, just kind of close her eyes and kind of imagine this voice that she really has no idea what he looks like is just there. And she's gonna say, I know you don't have the power to help. And I also know you don't want me going to Olnevia, but you must understand our friend is in trouble and needs our help. And we're pretty much out of options here, and you're a last resort, even though I know there's really nothing you can do. You're not a god, you're not almighty and powerful, at least that I know of. But how can we get to Anwen as fast as we can to save her? What do we do?
You wait a little bit, trying to listen to the breeze, listen to the birds, listen to the waves. And you still get that feeling of go back. You're not meant to be there. You don't hear a voice or anything, but you just get that feeling of go back.
And gonna fight it. Just gonna go. Well, Nevia's my home. Am I supposed to just stay away from it forever? Plus, I know you know something about who I really am, what I am, and all that stuff, and you better start explaining. But I want to save my friends, so come hell or high water, I want to go to Olnevia to save Anwen, so tell me how to do that. And I swear, if you're the one that's making it difficult for us to get to Olnevia, you better not be.
You get a you feel a tingle. Less of a tingle, you feel more of a burning sensation on the tips of your fingers. And comes
Does
and
it
goes.
hurt?
No, it feels like it's about to, and then it dissipates. And that's all you get.
And then just as loud as she can, whoever's around her, you're just gonna hear, damn it all!
easy enough, and if anybody was maybe sleeping, as it is the night and people have been turned on, they've definitely probably been awakened. And somebody kind of goes up, like hair all messed up, and goes, "Hey, who are you yelling at? Someone overboard?"
Sorry. My apologies. Just a little frustrated. That's all. Nothing to worry about.
Tourists. And claps back down. Alrighty. Is there anything else people wish to do this night? Forever hold your peace.
I said Arabella's gonna go back in trance.
Understood. Easy enough to do. If there's not, then
I think-
yeah, please.
Before Varys conks the fuck out, just very quickly, Aspen would tell her that he saw little floating baubles in the water, and he's never seen that before.
Streaks, not bubbles.
And he doesn't know what it means, but he wants somebody else to know about it.
I mean, I don't even know what the check would be. Is that a history, a nature, an arcana?
I would.
Would I know what that is?
Well, he described it not the best way. So let's just say the DC's a little higher. We'll say nature.
Fair enough. I mean, a 19.
19 is not bad. You don't know exactly what it is, but I mean, you've also heard of, like, as you're going through the ocean, sometimes minerals and like salts and things of that nature can collide and then get off of like reflective light off the moon. Or say if something spills off of a ship, like alcohol or oil, things of that nature, it can cause to see like some lights. There's creatures that light up, squids, fish, monsters that lure people into the water using color and flashing lights. Could be a number of things.
I think Varys would just repeat that. Like, I'm like, well, it could be an oil spill, could be a fish, jellyfish, could be a monster tracking the ship, and many things it could be.
Aspen kind of just gives her a nod. And just, okay. I will keep that in mind. Sorry. And just kind of...
No worries. If you see them again, grab me. We'll both get a look. And then if I can see what you're talking about, maybe we can have a better idea.
Gives her a small smile and a nod. I will definitely do that. Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good night's sleep. And she will pull him in, like, have a quick little hug before just letting him go back to his bunk.
He'll kind of like... You know how, like, cats will, like, butt their heads into you for affection? Aspen kind of, like, does that just very gently into her temple, and whispers a very soft goodnight before climbing in his bunk.
Alrighty. If there's nothing else, then with that, I will say we're going to end today's session of 20 Sides of Failure there. Nice, guys. After 2 sessions, we got through 1 day. 24
Woo!
hours.
Woo!
Look at us go.
We're doing it.
We are going at a freaking breakneck speed.
Who would have guessed? But no, thank you for my lovely players. Thank you to chat. Thank you for joining us. Please Join us again next week on Friday Eastern Standard Time at 7 p.m. Thank you all, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Hello.
Bye.
Your boyfriend's a bitch.
It's getting way more just thrown out there. There's no rhythm to it anymore. It's just, it is what it is.
Boyfriend's just a bitch.
Yep.
I just love these random hello.